My name is Tim Clancy. My profession, I wear many hats. What I do currently is sustainable mountain development. I do a lot of things in the fields of ecotourism and environmental protection. I guess at that time I had started hiking a lot in the mountains, and that's when I really started learning about a lot of the flora and fauna that I didn't really know about before. So seeing what I was always looking at in the mountains was really good for me. I learned a lot. I was able to connect the dots. So a lot of these exhibitions up here, these photographs of trees and plants helped me a lot. That was one, and also medieval Bosnia. I'm really fascinated by medieval Bosnia because there's so many unanswered questions, you know, from like the 9th to the 14th century. So, you know, after the arrival of the Slavs and up until the formation of the Bosnian state, you know, that in between, that unknown is really fascinating to me. You know, and the story of the Stajaks and Bosančicas and the Bosnian church, I found that really, really fascinating. Just like any national museum is important for any people. It carries our legacy of our ancestors. It's a learning institution. It's a place we should be proud of, a place we should nurture, because it's everything about us. This is us. This is, you know, and it's not just us. It's the land that we live on as well, and the land that our ancestors lived on. So I mean, it's important for more reasons that I could possibly count here. I think, as probably almost everyone has said that has sat in the chair that I'm sitting in now, it's just a sign of the times that we're living in. I mean, this is indicative of everything that's going on in Bosnia, why we have to explain why a museum is important, why paying pensions is important, why having a decent health system is important, why having a decent education system is important. Yeah, we live in tough times. It's a tough transition period. We're not learning lessons, I think. A lot of people often ask me about the war and how hard it was, and I was like, I learned my greatest lessons of my life during the war. I've learned my greatest lessons of my life here. We're not learning lessons. It's really simple. Do your fucking job. Do your fucking job. I don't have to beg you. It's just like, open the museum. You can find money for a lot of things. You can find money for this. No excuses. You know, we don't need you know, the pathetic poetry of, you know, why this is important to them. Do your job. This is a national museum. I don't know any national museum on planet Earth that is closed, especially for 3 years. Have you no shame? And what strikes me is we just got guided around the museum, and I can see that the, you know, very intelligent, well-educated people who are dedicated to this museum, you know, whether they be an archaeologist or a botanist, they feel like they have to defend themselves. It's really degrading that they've been accused for, you know, the problems with the museum, and it's sad that they feel like they have to defend themselves. They shouldn't be under attack at all. The attack should be on us as a collective. We have a bad tendency to always leave our destiny or our fate into the hands of others. We always think other people are going to solve our problems for us, and I don't think it's up to somebody else to solve our problems. Do the politicians have a role? Absolutely. Collect 1 km from every single citizen of this country. This museum's open. Doesn't take a lot. It just takes us to step out of our apathetic roles that we've been taking for quite a long time. You know, maybe that's because of the war, maybe that's because of the post-war situation, maybe that's because of the transition, maybe it's a combination of all of the above, but no more excuses. I mean, we need to take things into our own hands. We need to solve our own problems. When I mean we, I mean Bosnia and Herzegovina as a society. Tim Clancy, I am the museum.